Good day. This is King B News and Views. It's been a while. It's been like about a month since I've made a video. I kind of been just quiet, um, just in my own zone, just kind of out of the radar, so to speak. Which, if anyone who knows me knows, that's just how I am. I'll disappear for a while and just get deep within myself, go deep within myself, and then I'll come back. But today is Wednesday, or Odin's Day, if you don't know, February 5th, according to this Gregorian calendar. But I'm making this video today just kind of let you all know who watch my videos that yeah, I'm all right. I just been under the just chose to go get out of the radar for a minute and recharge myself because of all of there's a lot going on out there. I have been paying attention to what's going on out there though, keeping an eye on current events. You got the immigrants out there yesterday, had their day yesterday protesting, and in multiple states. And I know out here where I am, they shut down the streets and cops was involved, and they're fighting for what they feel is their right. I'm not going to get into the politics of it all, but I just been watching. There's a lot going on with our sons, plural. A lot of people just don't understand that we have more than one sun. We got the sun that we see up there, up in the atmosphere. We also have a galactic sun. There's a sun that's out during the nighttime, believe it or not. That sun at nighttime you cannot see. You will not see that sun. That sun is an ultraviolet sun, blue sun or black sun. You can't see it, right? But that's why, hold on a second. That's the jets flying above. They've been real active as of late. The other day I was seen one of their bombers, I believe the B-52, fly right above me. But anyway, what was I just saying? The suns, yes. So for those who plant and grow crops, some crops have been struggling, especially at nighttime, because it's too bright. Nighttime is too bright. There's a sun out at nighttime, right? And then you have the planetary alignment that's been going on. Okay, think of it as let me just till they finish. Think of it as magnets. You have these giant magnets, right? Each planet, each sun is a magnet. And the closer the magnets get together, the more energy it's going to be, right? It's going to cause problems. So when you have all these suns and planets that is close to us, okay, you're going to see upticks in volcanoes, activity, earthquakes as well, right? And I know a lot of I'm well aware of the debate when it comes to flat Earth and the flat Earth versus the spherical Earth debate, or they say that there's different theories people have. Some people say the Earth is round, or some people, I've even heard the Earth is shaped like a donut one time, right? There's different theories about the shape of of what they call a planet. But um, if you understand that everything is energy, right? The physical world that we see is not real, right? Everything is energy. We are energy. And if you understand that, and if you look up and you get into toroidal field or torus field, some say, or toroidal field, and what that is and what that look like, masculine energy, feminine energy, and constant movement. In fact, you have your own toroidal field, right? And that your heart is like a generator, okay? And you have your own toroidal field, or you might sometimes say an aura field, right? Spinning around you, you're inside of it, okay? So when I'm exercising, and yes, I for those who wondering, I do my exercises every day. Um, I just haven't been making any videos, but when I do my exercises, I'm not exercising to look a certain way. You see a lot of people, they exercising and just to post, what they look like, and they have no shirt. The guys have no shirt on. They want to show all their muscles, and and you got the women out there. They got they barely any clothes on. They want to show off their bodies, and no, for me personally, and to each his own, you know. But for me, my exercise, I don't exercise for, I don't exercise to look a certain way physically. I'm exercising my energy. I'm getting my heart, my generator pumping, moving, and the more I increase my heart rate or my generator, my heart, the faster it makes my toroidal field spin and move. That's actually the reason why um, I work out. It's not to look a certain way. Of course, physically, your body, your physical body is going to show your work and is going to show that you've been putting in the work, of course, but that's the least of it, right? That's the least of it. But everything is energy. The planet, Earth, um, is a toroidal field, sitting inside of a toroidal field, has its own torus field, toroidal field, right? And so when it comes to the flat Earth debate, you got to understand this plane is in the middle of a toroidal field. So when you think about it, the debate kind of don't make sense to me. The way I see it, they're both right. The plane is flat, the realm is flat, but yet round at the same time because it's sitting inside of its own toroidal field. That's how I see it. But a lot of people do things, they like to have their debates and want to prove who's more knowledgeable. I don't get into all that at all, But yes, I've been watching what's going on. A lot of recalls still, food recalls. A lot of people are wondering, what can we eat? Right? What can we eat? It seems like we can't. Everything is dangerous, right? Whatever. I don't care what kind of food you like to eat. If you're a meat eater, or you just want to eat, you're a vegetarian, or you are you're vegan, or whatever. They got so many different names and titles for your categories of whatever. But it don't matter it don't matter how you choose to eat. Everything, all the foods are affected because of the constant spraying. They spraying their chemtrails and they making their clouds, and you got this fog situation going on as well, which is not fog. There's plenty of videos out there. It looks like snow, right? More chemicals, and all of this all of these chemicals is in the atmosphere. They spring in the atmosphere. It gets into the soil. It gets into the water. So everything is dangerous when it comes to food, right? So what do? Do we just simply stop eating, or do we just put our energy into the food? What I mean by that is praying, right? Raise our vibrations, raise our energy through prayer, and put the energy into the food. You know, if you raise your vibration, you raise your frequency to a certain level, these toxins can't harm you, right? But you got to put the work in. But so yesterday, I kind of was just sitting in thought, and I was thinking about who they call Jesus, right? I was thinking about how the crucifixion, crucified on a cross between the two thieves. Right? I was thinking about that. And while I was thinking about that, I also thought about how in the Bible also it says that Jesus was hung from a tree. Which one is it? Was he hung from a tree, or was he crucified on a cross? Because in the Bible it says both. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking about that. I was in thought about this yesterday, and I said, well, let's look at it, right? And so I put in hung from a tree in the Bible, and it led me to Deuteronomy 21. And Deuteronomy 21, and I like to read the whole chapter. I don't just, you search the Bible and it'll show you the book and the chapter and. So I got into reading Deuteronomy 21. Where's my cursor? I'm gonna flip the camera, y'all. Let's get into Deuteronomy 21. Let me read it. So, it says, if one be found slain in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee to possess it, lying in the field, and it be not known who hath slain him. Let me, this is the King James Version, right? And it says, Lord thy God. But let me come over here. This is Hebrew, right? And I also have the translations. And here it says, if one be found slain in the land which, and you see it say there, Yahweh, right? Thy Elohim, right? And so they translated that to the Lord. They translated Yahweh, thy Elohim, to the Lord thy God. The problem with this is this. And if you ever watch, and you ever look at the scholars, biblical scholars, Elohim is plural, not singular. Right? Elohim is plural. It's not singular. So this don't really mean Yahweh, thy God. Elohim, this is incorrect. Elohim is plural. Elo is the singular. Right? Elo. Or you see El. Elohim for singular. Elohim is plural. Right? Elohim is plural. Okay? But let's go back over here. Then thy elders and thy judges shall come forth, and they shall measure unto the cities which are round about him that is slain. And it shall be that the city which is next unto the slain man, even the elders of that city, shall take an heifer, which hath not been wrought with, and which hath not drawn in the yoke. And the elders of that city shall bring down the heifer unto a rough valley, which is neither eared nor sown, and shall strike off the heifer's neck there in the valley. And the priest, the sons of Levi, shall come near, for them the Lord thy God hath chosen to minister unto them, and to bless in the name of the Lord. And by their word shall every controversy and every stroke be tried. And all the elders of that city that are next unto the slain man shall wash their hands over the heifer that is beheaded in the valley. And they shall answer and say, Our hands have not shed this blood, neither have our eyes seen it. Be merciful, O Lord, unto thy people Israel, whom thou hast redeemed, and lay not innocent blood unto thy people of Israel's charge, and the blood shall be forgiven them. So shalt thou put away the guilt of innocent blood from among you, when thou shalt do that which is right in the sight of the Lord. When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Lord thy God hath delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captive, right? And seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and hast a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife. Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails. Pare means to cut. So she's gonna shave. So, all right, let's. This right here is disturbing to me now. Right? It is. So they're going to war. If you read the Bible, right? And I've been doing this since I was a little boy. I had questions since I was very, very young. A little history about me and who I am. Right? I was never forced to go to church or read the Bible. When I was a little boy, I did that. I had questions, so I willingly asked to go. My grandmother studied the Bible every day. At a certain time, she would, turn everything off and she would just sit and she would read the Bible, I was a little boy, so we would go outside and we would play, whatever. But I wasn't interested in playing because I had questions. I came into this with questions. And so I would sit and ask to study with her. She would give me another Bible and I would sit and read and study with her. And then at a certain time, after she finished reading the Bible, she would go into the room and she would, and she would pray or meditate, right? And I would go to church and I would go into churches, and I've been in different churches, and I did this since I was a little boy, so I'm no stranger when it comes to the Bible. I've been doing this a long time. But this is disturbing to me. I've had a lot of questions because there's parts of the Bible, and I know you hear often, people say that, my melanated brothers and sisters out there, we are the people of the book. We are the people of the book. Right? But there's certain books, when you read, there's certain chapters in the Bible that kind of cause you to question. And this chapter is one of them. Let me go over this again. because they're led to go into cities and go to war. And they go into these cities, they're destroying everything. And they're taking captives. Right? And they see a young woman, and that woman is beautiful. They would take that woman. Think about this for a second. Right? You gotta kind of think about what you are reading. Right? So let me start over. When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Lord thy God hath delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captive, and seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and hast a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife. So they're going to war against a people. Right? They're attacking them, taking them captives. And amongst the captives, they see a beautiful woman. Right? You got to understand, even young women, okay? If you really read the Bible, and if you've studied the Bible and you read the Bible, see, there's certain books and there's certain chapters that people who even those who make videos, they don't talk about this. They skip over certain books and chapters. It's true. Right? But think about this. Think about what I'm reading to you. Right? Let's flip this. Think about the enemies. Let's look at it from their side. They're being attacked and overcome. Right? They're being taken captive. You watching your people get slain, murdered. Right? And then they're taking your girls. Okay? But what do they do with them? They bring her home. Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house. And she shall shave her head and pare her nails. They will make her shave her head and cut her nails. She don't have a choice in this. She was kidnapped. Right? And she shall put the raiment is her clothing. She shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month. So why she bewail is to cry out. Why is she crying and in mourn for her father and mother? Because they were slain. That's why. So this woman watched her people get slain and taken into captivity. She loses her mother and her father. She's kidnapped. What do they call that today? What do they call that when someone goes in and they take a woman or a young girl and they call that trafficking, right? In today's terms, they make her shave her head, cut her nails, They give her a month. They give her a month, a full month. She bewails her father and mother because they're gone. She lost her father and her mother. If she have siblings, a brother, she loses her siblings as well. Right? So it says, she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her and shall remain in thine house and bewail her father and her mother a full month. And after that thou shalt go in unto her. What does it mean by that? And after that thou shalt go in unto her and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife. The R word. Right? Sex by force. That's what it's talking about. By force. Remember, she was kidnapped. She watched her people, her mother, her father, if she had any siblings, slain. And then she's kidnapped. Right? Taken to her captive's house. Forced to shave her head, cut her nails, remove her clothing. Give her a month to mourn and cry for her family, her father and mother. And then after that, her captive force themselves on her by force. So it's talking about. Read it. Let's continue. And it shall be if thou have no delight in her, then thou shalt let her go whither she will. But thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her. Right? What did I just read? Okay, you take her, you had her, you gave her a month you made her cut her hair, cut her nails, remove her clothing, gave her a month to cry for losing her mother and father. They were slain. You had your way with her by force. Right? And then you decide, yeah, I don't like her. I don't want her no more. Right? So you just let her go. Right? But it says don't sell her. Don't sell her for money. Because why? Because you had your way with her. You made her cut her hair, cut her nails. She's not that. And you understand, if you know the Bible, and if you read the Bible, you've studied the Bible, you know when they went to war and it was led into war by God, I'll just say God, right? They destroyed everything in the cities. Everything. Right? They went in, everything destroyed. Right? People slain. Even children slain. Except young girls who were virgins. They did not take a woman who've been with a man. They got slain as well. Only virgins. It's in the Bible. Read it. So understand this. So this is what it's talking about. If thou have no delight in her, then thou shalt let her go whither she will, but thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her. If a man have two wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, then it shall be, when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn, by giving him a double portion of all that he hath. For he is the beginning of his strength. The right of the firstborn is his. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that, when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him, and bring him out unto the elders of his city, and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, This our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. And if a man have committed a sin worthy of death, he be to be put to death, and thou hang him on a tree. His body shall not remain all night upon the tree, but thou shalt in any wise bury him that day. For he that is hanged is accursed of God, that thy land not be defiled, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance. Okay, it's a lot to unpack there, right? Are you listening? For those of you who are watching this, all right? So, a mother and a father have a son that's not listening to them, rebellious, want to do what they want to do. Take him into the city to the elders.